So I made an appointment to have my window on my car fixed for tomorrow afternoon. So hopefully I don't have a client in the afternoon tomorrow. And then I also am trying to figure out when I'm going to take my car in. I might have to wait till Saturday because my dad said he'll be here Saturday, and then it would be easier because he could follow me to drop off my car. So that might work, be what I have to do. But also, here's the stressful thing. So let me just say what the stressful part is. So I get paid this week, and this is what I'm torn between. So I can pay off the rest of my fine if I pay off the rest of my fine before the 17th, which is I have to pay another $862. If I don't pay until after the 17th, I pay an additional $50, and it's $912 I have to pay. So I'm trying to avoid paying that extra $50, but it's going to eat up my entire first paycheck, essentially. It's going to be like I only have $300 left. So basically, I knew I was going to have to pay at least $400 more out of my paycheck to cover my remaining fine, which I thought was just the $17.57. But I'm gonna have to pay the remaining, they added the extra fee, so I am paying pretty much an additional $100 on top of what I initially was fine, my initial fine. And it's crazy because I was talking with this other person who had a similar situation to me, but they were more lenient on her, so she only had to do 40 hours and her fine was like $1,200. So I'm not sure why mine was so much worse, other than it's because I have the refused breathalyzer, and I think that they use that against me, which it kind of sucks because I honestly think I wasn't really informed of a lot of things. My whole situation is I could have paid $1,500, gotten a lawyer, and it would have been dismissed, and I'm literally paying more and doing community service because basically, well, I don't know. If my lawyer could have gotten it dismissed, it would have been just $1,500 to the lawyer. But if my lawyer didn't get it dismissed, I could have potentially had to still pay the fine and everything else. But I do think with the lawyer, it would have gotten dismissed because I don't know. There's just a lot of frustrating things about it. It sucks, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, and I can't change how things happened. Basically, though, I don't know if it was. I feel like it probably would have been better if I had a lawyer, but my mom didn't want to pay to help me get a lawyer, but she paid to help me with the fine, which I feel like the lawyer would have been less expensive, in my opinion. So anyways, that is where I am kind of the most frustrated. But the additional fine I have to pay and everything else, I have to pay my mom back for the money I borrowed to pay for my fine, but it's still not actually paid off yet, and then I still had to pay additional $150 on top of what I was already expecting to pay. So basically, I'm not in a great position, and it just is really feel like I want to, but then I'm like, I'm not gonna have, I wanted to start catching up on bills I was behind on. So it's like I can either pay this fine or pay catch up on bills that I'm very much behind on, and I hate having to choose between one or the other. Now the only thing that might help is, I don't know, I might be receiving the $500 sign-on bonus. I don't remember seeing that on my contract, but if I get that, that would help me greatly, because I can put the $500 for my fine, or put that towards like additional bills I need to pay off. So I'm just like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm expecting my first paycheck to be around $900. So, and I still would have to pay at least $500 more for my fine, $560 more out of that for my fine. So it's just like, I'm not gonna have enough to do things, but I'm doing that to avoid paying an additional $50. Otherwise, I can just pay everything off my next paycheck, but I'll be paying an additional $50. So I'm very unsure what the right decision is, or what I should prioritize. My bills are just getting worse and worse, and that's also not a good feeling. I'm just trying, y'all. I'm trying to deal with so much crappy stuff. And I'm like, I also need money. Like, if I pay all my fine, what money do I have for my car? Like, nothing. And so it's still like I'm gonna be struggling, even though I'm trying my best to get things together. And then it's like I have all of these bills I have to pay before I can even actually save to be able to move out. And it just sucks, because I feel like I'm trying to do like the right thing with my money and not waste, but it's just like I always have to pay for some unexpected crap. And then I don't know, it's like my parents both have had to like help me financially additionally in some ways. Like my dad helping me pay to get my car fixed, my mom helping me pay for this fine, and then I still don't have the savings to move out. And it's just like, it's like 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. So it just seems like I can't plan ahead for anything, because even when I get paid, it's like all of that money is going towards something. It just feels like I'm drowning in bills right now, and I'm so overwhelmed. Like, I know I'll be okay eventually. It just sucks. It's like I get paid and I still have nothing. And I just want to be able to, like, have money saved for emergencies. And I can't do that because I have all of these bills piling up on me, honestly. So either I eat the, fine and just take the extra $50 so that I can put money towards other things, and it's just going to cost me more money in the long run, which is just the unfortunate thing. It's like it costs more money to be poor. if you can't make your payment, you get a late payment fee. You also, if you can't pay something in full, you get the interest. It's just a never ending freaking cycle, and trying to get out of all of these financial obligations or trying to catch up on it. And I feel like I can only do so much as far as to make money, because I no longer can do Instacart. I no longer can do Uber. I haven't honestly had the time to do either of them anyways, but you know, I could have been trying to still do Instacart. My cost of my insurance went up because of the tickets now, and then also because of my credits going down, so now I get higher rates. It's just all of these, it's like a, what's it called, something effect. Just like one thing and then everything else starts getting worse. Domino effect. So it's just hard, and I'm trying my best to just hold it all together, but it's not an easy or fun situation to be in. And I'm like, I should feel better about things, but I don't. I feel still very just like overwhelmed with a lot of the problems I've been dealing with, and I don't know, y'all. The only thing is, my company has something where I can borrow money from a future paycheck, so I might have to do that. I don't know how to take advantage of that yet. I'm gonna have to look into it, because technically my paycheck I'm getting is from 2 weeks ago. The paycheck I'm getting this week is from almost 2 weeks ago. So I had to wait almost a month to get paid, because they have like a similar pay cycle to my last job. But all in all, guys, it's just, you gotta roll with the punches and work through, you know, everything one day at a time, one step at a time. I just, like I said, it's like, do I prioritize my car? Like, I definitely need a car. Need to have my car fixed by the end of this month, so I'm not, you know, draining my dad's car. And just figuring out how I'm gonna pay for everything. That is really the most frustrating part of all of this, because I'm like, I really don't have, I'm in a better place. This job is, I'm going to be getting better pay and hours than my last one, but I still, it's gonna take months for me to like catch up for all of the bills I was behind. And it's just like, I just constantly see like decline payments for so many of my bills, and it's really hard, because I just wish I could fix everything. And I guess the real thing is like, it's like I already had the issues before the car stuff, and without being on probation, and that really, and the fine and community service, it's like those just added to the stress, honestly, of my financial situation not being the best, and then adding car problems and adding fines and everything else. I feel like I've just been, I hate crying about stuff, but I've just been trying really hard to keep it all together. I think today is like, it's been a blessing in a lot of ways. Like, I was able to get the day off, and I'll have like a little bit of a rest before the rest of this week. But my community service hours will be done by this week. Figure out if I will be able to pay off my fine, and then hopefully be able to figure out my car situation. I'm hoping the transmission issue is just a signal and nothing else. Like my car, here, I'm about to actually go turn on my car. Just because if I don't drive it or turn it on, the battery's gonna die eventually. I can't really drive because the window, I can't see out the driver's side window. So that's the first thing we're getting fixed. And then I really need to get my AC fixed. I guess I could say life has been lifing for me. Ugh, real bad. Like, I might not actually need anything done with the transmission, and it's just a signal error. That's what I'm hoping for this car, because then I won't have to be as stressed. The car is not showing that transmission thing, but before it did it and it was shaking. So I'm just nervous. The AC though, like, I need AC in this car. It's still drivable at the moment. Just if I get the window fixed, I can definitely take it in. Like I said, it's just really having so many problems at one time and not being able to, like, not having a solution for a lot of them. That makes it so hard. I've known about the AC thing since March. So that's been going on for close to 4 months now. I ordered all the parts, and then I was telling my dad, like, I lost the contact for the guy who said he would be able to fix it for me. And so that kind of halted me, because the last people had quoted me almost $2,000 to get it fixed. I can't afford to pay for that. And then the guy who quoted me $300 was the one who was like, well, you have to buy the parts yourself. So I went ahead and did that, and then missed my appointment because I lost his number and didn't know how to call him back. I can't remember the name of the guy either, so I'm kind of just SOL right now for that. And then I had the transmission stuff happen after that. Well, first it was AC, then it was transmission, and then it was the window broken. So, just like I said, a series of misfortunate events seems to be my constant. And y'all, I'm strong, but I can only take so much. It's over. Like, I'm tired of this. Freaking tired of this. I think I need a nap. Things will eventually get better. It just takes freaking time. So hopefully, I feel like by August or by the end of September, I hope I'm in a better situation. Cause right now it's a lot. it's a lot, and I feel very overwhelmed most days, but we're getting through it.